From Jacksonville, North Carolina, we got Biggins, AJ Styles. We also got first time on the line, Jade Cargill. We got Lexis King, Kevin Owens, Owens fight, and we got Randy Orton. You cannot say Lexis King if you don't got flying Brian Pillman. We're going to take a look at the full set right now. We don't want none. Biggie delivery incoming. We got WrestlingFigures.com coming in here with WWE Mattel Elite Series 116, you guys. This is our biggins. This box right here is all ready and set to be unveiled right here for the public for the first time. Of course, if you guys do want to pick any of these up, hit the link in the description below. Discount code HERO is going to save you 10% on all of it, man. We got all of them. Check this out. Yeah, we don't want none. I want this. AJ, bro, this big torso, this big mug is the one that we've been asking ever since his return. This man, we've needed an updated figure, you guys. So the fact that we got him up here as well as the rest of the set, we got flying Brian Pillman. We got first time on the line, Lexis King, Randy Orton. First time on the line, Jade Cargill, Kevin Owens. We got a whole bunch in here, you guys. Very excited to get this figure out of the box. And yes, we're going to get these figures out of the box right now. But in order to determine of whether or not it's a pick-me-up or a sleep on, I don't know, man. I feel like the bigger torso, this is something you can't be sleeping on, man. Randy Orton committed himself 110% for Elite Series 116, man. That's freaking awesome. This guy ended up coming back massive. The Viper being done up right here in quite an interesting way. I'm definitely going to compare that up alongside with the other ones that have been released, as well as Jade, bro. Here she is. All silver, all gold, bro. Pure freaking money on this figure. Really like the packaging on this, you guys. I feel like this is definitely something to write home about, man. Royal Rumble 2024 debut, also debuting right here in the WHF Biggie channel, as well as Kevin Owens. That's right. We got the master of the pile driver. Now, some might argue, because I feel like Mankind would definitely give this man a run for its money. But when you talk about the pile driver king, bro, this guy, man, this guy's on a whole new scale. So, fact that we got KO for the first time in that KO signature shirt. Oh my gosh, you guys. And then also, we can't forget about what happens after Raw, right? Because we all got to find out. I mean, this is basically what happened, right? Brian Pillman, he was hanging out backstage, and then something ended up happening. Then this guy ended up appearing right here on my NXT roster. Now, this is pretty cool, you guys, because RIP to the late great, because you can't have Lexis King if you don't got flying Brian Pillman. Oh my goodness, you guys. This gear right here, it has been done up in the past, but this has got all the new updates. It's got the True FX. It's got all the new stuff right here that y'all been asking for. And the fact that we got one of the best right here in WCW, at least when you're talking about that gear. It was Attitude Era. That's another song and dance. But what we came here right now is to get these mugs out of the box. AJ, you better bring it in. No, this is what we're going to do. Jade, you ready? 3, 2, 1, yeah! Here we have the whole set out of the packaging. I want to start out with this AJ, man. This figure right here, this is kind of what I've been hoping for the last 12 months. Ever since he came back with that all-new look, I was like, please, Mattel, please make this happen. We cannot be reusing the same bits that we've been using in the past. This small torso, it's just not going to work, man. So yes, underneath that jacket, we're going to get that hole cracked open. And we also need to see how the Ultimate Edition kind of pairs up, because that's all what it's all about, man. You clicked on the video to find out a couple of questions. 1, is it worth the pick-me-up? 2, is the new updated scan any good? And then 3, what all is he coming with? I mean, yes, he's coming with the jacket, as you guys can see. He only does come with one pair of interchangeable hands. You'll get the signature AJ Styles pose already preset on the figure. And you got the gloves, which, yeah, it's actually mic open. And it's not painted hands. It's actually gloved hands, which is really, really nice to see, man. Traditionally, I think initially when they first introduced the character into the lineup, I don't believe any of that was tooled. So pretty damn cool that this man has gotten the update. Now, if you do bring it together, and this is one of the beautiful things, man. Ever since that the butterfly joints were introduced into the series, this is kind of what we were hoping. It's like, oh, can we finally put the AJ Styles P1 logo together? So the fact that you can do it, I am really digging it, man. I mean, we've been able to do it for the last 3 years, but it psychs me, man, because when I first got AJ Styles into the collection, I was like, dude, I can't do anything about that P1. If my guy is posing, how am I going to get this guy to be able to have it? Now, he does come with a preset rubber band, and I mean, if you do want the jacket closed kind of like the way that he did wear it that night, that's probably the best way to kind of keep it displayed. But again, if you're going to be playing around, if you're going to be doing the whole beat down of it all, you got to take that rubber band off, man. You got to take the rubber off if you want to get all the feeling, right? AJ Styles knows all about that. Guy's got 3 kids. I'm sure he's got some stories to tell you, and I'm sure you guys are wondering, like, yo, can you actually pull that over? Well, if you do actually go underneath the actual headpiece, you can, which is nice to see, man, especially when you turn it around. You can actually pull it over pretty good. You actually can pull it down past the eye level. So really clean, bro. Really like this, man. I know it's just a plain, regular black jacket, but you can use this on several other characters on your Figgy lineup, bro. There's several that come to mind that could definitely benefit from some updates right there. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull that off. That way you guys can see what is all good with the phenomenal one, right? Because we won't know if he's doing the gym time if he doesn't take off the goods. And he did, bro. When he ended up showing us, we were like, what is my guy on? I mean, I don't think he's no longer on a keto diet. I don't think he ever was on a keto diet, but you'd be able to tell that this man definitely has. Like, in all reality, look at this. AJ Styles is like, yeah, dude, I just been doing cardio for the last couple of weeks. I don't know if I'll be able to help you out, but you know what? Hopefully Elite Series 116 and discount code HERO might be able to. But yeah, once you slip this off, and this is actually a custom vest. I know some of you may be wondering, like, dude, where did my boy get that damn vest? Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys know that, oh, we got some bleeding. Oh my gosh. So right here, I already got something planned for you guys. I really hope this can be done. If anybody has attempted it, please go in the comments. But can you actually torso crack this torso and have it fit onto this Elite? Because honestly, bro, I feel like I would love to address that. Just get rid of this whole torso and put it onto the blue jeans. Drop a like too if that's something you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see an AJ Styles in an in-ring gear? Or are you content with just a regular black pants? Either way you cut it, bro, yeah, this has got to go. Well, one thing I will say, though, that the first Elite does have on the newer one, it's the hair, bro. There's no hair. Like, AJ didn't shave. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go. Actually, if you actually look at the packaging itself, Randy Orton, if you don't mind, sir, you can see all that good chest hair, brother. He's got a whole bunch on the packaging. He's got a whole bunch on this guy. But again, it's all on how you look at it. Are you okay with no chest hair? Or would you prefer the chest hair with the smaller torso? I mean, we get to do both, man. Honestly, that's the great thing about these fix-ups. The fact that you can address all of these simple tasks. So yeah, I would definitely like to see if that might be an actual thing. But all that pulled aside, I want to see the Ultimate too, because I feel like the Ultimate is the one that's going to be kind of ranked as like, okay, do I need the Elite? Do I need the Ultimate? Well, it's all on how you look at it, buddy. Because look, this one is based off an older style of torso. And this one too in its own right, you guys. What's up with like Mattel and not including the damn chest hair and stomach hair? Like, is there really that much cost involved with print? I don't want to go ahead and beat it, but bro, I feel like AJ Styles is one of the few lads that actually does have chest hair, right? Drew McIntyre's got chest hair, but at least they include it with the figure, or have they? I don't know. I'm going to go check Drew real quick because now I'm really concerned. Who the hell is shaving AJ Styles' chest hair? To confirm right now, nobody is. But for some reason on the Mattel figure lineup, they're doing it up. So scale, yeah, pretty good. And I do like the skin tone on this one better. It definitely has a nicer tan to it. It has like a Daniel Bryan style of tan. I don't know, man. I feel like that one, it ain't going to be cutting it if you plan on talking about current AJ Styles. But as we were talking about, right, the man being phenomenal, he's got to reproduce the phenomenal juice. And how do you do it? Well, you get the birthdays right there located underneath the AJ Styles right below the waistline. So, yeah, pretty good. Feel like that's a good placement given the fact that that's all you really had to work with. Because if you do think about it, I mean, if you are talking about like how it looks on prior, you can kind of see how they're kind of crunched down, you guys. This, yeah, at least the numbers. The AJ logo, I feel like they're both in a pretty good position. But the actual, like, numbers of them, they're more gapped out right here with the older Elite. And it makes sense. I mean, I feel like you had more room to work it with. But I don't know if the guy gained all this weight and ended up crunching his own, like, dude ended up getting a belly. I don't know, man. Again, there's some questions and there's definitely some concerns with it. But biggest concern apart from the chest and stomach here is the arms. Like, AJ came back big. Like, dude was big. He wasn't just, like, chest big. This guy had some bigger arms. I feel like some British Bulldog Elite arm swaps on this figure would really just benefit, man. Again, drop a like if those are things you guys want to see, because AJ, bro, there's a couple of things. Like, as good as this figure is, there is a lot of stuff that just kind of leaves you, I don't know, I don't want to say lackluster, because I always did want an AJ Styles in a black pants look. We've got him in the blue jeans with him against Taker at Mania, but I feel like the black style, it just really brings the character as far as the return. And it is based off that. I feel like the first 3 weeks of his return, he ended up just wearing solid black pants. I do love the scan too, you guys. I feel like this head scan, it is a really, really nice one, bro. The hair's dripping nice. The beard is looking appropriate. Now, this was actually released in the basic recent. So if you guys ended up checking out that toy hunt, I'm pretty sure that was one of the figures that was on the display shelf. But yeah, I feel like the beard, it's looking really strong. The back of the hair, it's dripping really, really nice. This kind of has like that Kyle Peterson style of hair. If I would say, if you were to do a fix-up on Kyle Peterson, the hairpiece I'd probably use. Not this scan. I feel like this beard is definitely a lot more full as to what my boy is rocking, but definitely the hairpiece without a doubt. But yeah, I'm giving him, what do you guys think? Like an 8.6, mainly due to the fact that there's no chest hair. Dude's got small arms. And if you're going to bring in AJ Styles, I always feel like these like actual in-ring gears would have been nice. Like I know in the recent basic, which actually has that same scan, does have an in-ring gear, but they got to give you options. But yeah, I think an 8.6 is pretty damn good. But next up, we got to check out Randy Orton, because another man that has also received the upgrade. And what do we mean by that? It's the torso. The torso underneath has also been scaled up, because Randy Orton did get pretty big, dude. I don't know if they like ended up meeting together. They're like, all right, so we're going to be working out in the gym today, AJ. We're both making a comeback special. For some damn reason, I'm going to come back with a really oversized t-shirt. And we actually do got this Velcro correctly. Maybe not so much at the bottom, but as far as the top, I don't know, you guys, look at this. It just looks kind of loose, bro. So I would have ideally loved to seen Randy Orton in one of those tight-fitting, not Velcro. That way you could have gotten like, you know, the little logos that he had going on back here, but definitely like the slip-on, because I feel like this one would have been an easy one to execute that with. But nonetheless, you got Daddy's back, and this guy is the run and chase. So if you were kind of looking for something more of a brighter finish, I wouldn't necessarily say that this is the gear for it. I mean, all the logos are there. They're definitely very much there. You can see that all right there coming through the tights. But as far as like how it's going to display on the shelf, like I always like bright accent colors. There is nothing bright or accent about this. I mean, you'd have to slap the shirt on to get that little highlighter piece of Daddy's back. But I feel like the run and chase is definitely one up versus what we are getting right here. And you can see the RKO logo too right there, right off the glimmer. So, I mean, again, it's all on how you look at it. This is how he wore it, so I really can't take away from it. As far as like Elite comparisons, I do have a couple. I want to bring the Elite, one of his Elites, because they actually carried the exact same torso all throughout. It was mainly like basically what you're seeing right here being presented for the first time. Then we got the Ultimate as well. I feel like the Ultimate Edition probably ranking as, I don't know, you guys, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the Ultimate Edition torso better than the Elite, or do you guys like the Elite a little bit better than the, I'm kind of 50-50. I'm looking at these two side by side, and even the Ultimate too, bro. I feel like the deco on that was really dark. This should have had a chase, kind of like over here. So if you wanted something to where you actually could see the lad, this would have been great. But nonetheless, I will say this, that both of them, they got their own special thing going on. This one is just pretty small, like very, very small. We'll move the belt so you guys can kind of see what we're talking about. Here's Randy Orton in 2025, right? Check. And then here's Randy Orton and basically his entire WWE Mattel action figure career. He never had anything else. This was kind of it. So the fact that we got that right there updated, that is pretty damn cool. Really nice to see these two updates. And introducing torso right here. I do believe Triple H does have this style. What is it? The 3-pack right there from Target. But here it is. Interchanging hands. I don't know what's going on, you guys, if you guys can quite see this through camera. But the actual tanning of the fingers, they're really, really, really tan. It's almost like a hot dog skin tone. You can't really see it, like the way that it's being represented right here with the lighting. But once you get it in hand, bro, yeah, these mic open ones and even the signature pose, they're really, really tan. And if you bring it up to the figure, you can kind of see what we're talking about. Not so much through camera, but it's something you'd have to see in person. Now, as far as the hands that are on the figure, signature pose right there. Randy Orton, he's coming out. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring the heat. And he did bring it. But here's the thing too, though. I love the torso. I think it's solid. This scan right here, we've seen quite a bit. I think this would have been a good moment in action figure Randy Orton history to introduce an update right here. It's been a while, so I think it's a great chance, man. I mean, it is kind of like redone up from what we have seen, like the True FX is being represented slightly a little bit different. Like even the hair tone kind of has like a tint of blonde. I would say not blonde, but like more like a dirty blonde. It's not like a dark brown, which I don't know if I necessarily agree with this. I feel like if I were to acetone this might do one up on the figure, but then you got all this little tiny fuzz that you got to work around with. Again, some stuff, but nonetheless, arm choice needs to be upgraded too. These arms right here, like cool, love all the tattoos, love the pinless. I feel like all that is very much there, but again, Randy Orton did not just level up from the torso. He didn't just come out here looking like a straight savage with a big chest. No, this guy right here, he raised his whole aura, bro. He ended up getting bigger arms. And again, it's not being reflected here. So, I don't know. It's going to take away from the actual points as an overall set. So that's something that you can't fix. I mean, you can do it with AJ. Guy's got no tattoos, but you cannot grab a Randy Orton Ultimate or an old Elite and be like, yeah, this guy, I'm going to level up his arms. You can't. You just simply can't. The back tattoo, too, you can see the placement on it. It is slightly different from what we did get with the Ultimate. This kind of has like almost like a bigger font, and it is kind of almost like higher up in the neck region. This kind of has a smaller font, and it's definitely lower, not only on the neck region. Actually, it's centered pretty good right there across the actual shoulder bit. But up here, yeah, that's kind of where you're mainly seeing the difference. It's the tint, too. This has a darker tint. This kind of has almost like a slight pinch of green. So it's all on how you look at it, and it's all on what you're looking for with your Randy Orton. Solid black knee pads, solid black boots. I'm still giving this figure an 8.9. I think that's still pretty damn close to the 9s. You know, tapping into the 9s is definitely something that you can write home about, bro. Because, like, you ain't bringing heat if you ain't bringing Randy Orton, and you ain't bringing the pile driver king if you're not bringing Kevin Owens. And this is what we're talking about. So Randy Orton, my boy got Velcro, right? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Kind of a loose shirt. But Kevin Owens, look at this. No Velcro. Just keep fighting. So maybe because he was fighting his entire Mattel action figure history. And it is, you guys. Think about this, right? KO from the beginning since till now. My guy has worn kind of like that taped up KO logo. And this is actually the first time that we're getting it. So you might be saying like, bro, why are you even reviewing Kevin Owens up here as number 3? Well, dude, this is a huge upgrade in Kevin Owens history, man. Like even the Ultimate didn't do up what this Elite brought. And as much as I liked, actually, I don't think a lot of people like that Ultimate. I feel like people more, I don't know. It's all, again, on how you look at it. But here it is, you guys, right? Elite. Good. We loved the Elite upgrade. Anytime that we get an Elite, we love to see what we can do. You can do a couple of options, right? So not only can you have the KO shirt right here on the Elite, but if you pull this off, he's got the WrestleMania shirt right there with Randy Orton and Logan Paul. So pretty freaking sweet. This, only one option. You take this off, you might potentially have second, maybe third worst Ultimate Edition of all time. The other thing, too, that has been upgraded is the style of beard. If you look at the beard right here, kind of has more of a point to it. Like, the expression is very much the same, but it's definitely more pointy when it comes to this beard, and also a lot darker. So my guy, yeah, he ended up tinting his beard, so it makes sense that it's being reflected right here in figure form. As far as scale, too, as you guys know, this Ultimate, probably one of the shortest Ultimates in history, but he's pretty much there. He's like just a pinch shorter. Here's another Elite, which I feel like this is something we need to do. I don't know why I haven't done it yet, you guys. I feel like this is long overdue, but if you look at Kevin Owens right here on the Elite on this first release, and I believe this one too, actually, yeah, they both have the same circumference, same width, same style of arms right there with the tattoos. Obviously, the newer one is going to have more. This one is kind of missing like the inside bicep. This one definitely has it. Kind of has like a, what would you guys call that? Like a panda, right? Do you guys call that like a panda or maybe like a bear? I'm going to go with a bear. I feel like that's a bear. I feel like this right here is a gorilla. And I feel like the back end, it's got the whole freaking animal kingdom. And this guy loves animals so much that he ended up going to the beginning. And when I say the beginning, I mean, technically, you could still consider the dinosaur an animal in its own right. I mean, they're more like monsters, right? But yeah, we got the T-Rex up here. We got Triceratops. It's not like a skinned Triceratops, but it is definitely a Triceratops without a doubt. We got a lid right there going on inside the bicep. But yes, going back to what we were saying. These arms over here, this Ultimate got the same treatment as Randy Orton and as AJ Styles. They just gave him like the same molded print. I don't know if there's an overabundance of this scale arms right here in Mattel Factory, but you guys can kind of see. Accurate arms, nice and chubby, small skinny arms, dude ain't that skinny. So you don't become the Power Driver King with those freaking size arms. And you don't become the WrestleMania King. And it is so smooth too, you guys. I feel like slipping the shirt off, even though it's not Velcro, because I feel like these ones, this is like really freaking soft. And you got a lot of room to work with. Probably Randy Orton has more room to work with than the KO, but nonetheless, bro, this shirt right here, 2 biggies in one. How many did we say? 2. I mean, you could do 3 if you do a little swappy right there down here, you know, a little head scan. You could do a lot. And that's the cool thing about these figures is that anytime that you give your player, as I'm going to call it that, right? It's a player option pretty much. You go into the loading screen right there at WWE 2K25. When you got multiple options within the gears, bro, that is freaking awesome. Love the boots. We're still on pins over here. With Kevin Owens, I'm really not all that mad. I feel like it blends in really good with the knee pad. Maybe at some point in time, they could update it. I don't know. I get that's a maybe, and that's a huge maybe, but I do like the updates. I feel like this shirt right here, again, I know it's just a fabric shirt, but you guys know how we feel about figure clothing. Anytime that Mattel ends up doing one up from what they've done in the past, we love it. I'm giving this Kevin Owens, what do you guys think? 9? Yeah, he's got to be in an even 9, bro. I feel like the arms are better than the Ultimate. This Ultimate got bashed a lot, and for all the right reasons. Like you thought I was going to give him leeway. No. Elite, confirmed, better than the Ultimate, depending on how you look at it. Next up, we got Jade, man. I want to check out this Jade. And here's the thing about Jade. She brought some good stuff, man. Like, not so much jacket. I mean, it looks great. I feel like this jacket really makes your figure women's shelf pop. Like, it's just going to really stand out from what we've gotten in the past. But as far as, like, posing options, like, you really can't do much. And she's got her signature pose right there already predetermined on the figure. So one thing they could have done, and you might still be able to do it, you could definitely fix that up. There's been a couple of figures that they've done this where they had like interchange. I guess that's more of an Ultimate, but you can definitely have like a swivel point right here within the actual like shoulder region to where it all meets right there with it all. Interchanging hands apart from the signature pose. We do got mic open, so you got a couple of different options. Again, the jacket, very strong in detail. There is a lot of shattered glass, broken dreams in AEW. So what did she do? She brought it to WWE. And I also like the transparency that they're bringing here with the figure as well. Not so much the tooling, because I feel like this could have been tooled, but the way that it's like how you can kind of see like the skin seeping through the actual tights, that's pretty good, bro. I feel like they definitely nailed it. Again, this right here could have been tooled up, because the way that it's all meeting right here, I don't know, man. It takes away from it. Love the knee pads. Feel like this open knee pad design on that pinless articulation. Love that. We got Jade on the side of the boots right there. You got the baby blue outline, which I'm pretty sure we have seen these in the past. These style of boots were released in the Ultimate Edition, Charlotte Flair. So nice to see that Jade also got that update. Now the scan too, I feel like it's just one up, dude. Like, no. Hold on. Back. Now one up. Like, twice, 3 times. Like, this one worked great for the figure display, but it just looks overscaled. And something about the hair, it just, I don't know. I feel like True FX, it's just bringing something very nice to the table, as well as the skin tone. This darker skin tone, I don't know if I necessarily agree with it. Like, scale-wise, she is huge. Like, she is a big lady. And she is pretty tall. What is she, like 5'10", so she's almost 6 feet. But this is like, yeah, not 5'10". Like Kevin Owens, I think he's about 6 feet. What does it say? We got Kevin Owens standing at 6 foot. So the fact that, but again, this is Jazzware, so it's all in how you look at it. Once you do take the jacket off, you're going to see some great stuff with this figure as well, because the continuation of the tooling, and I'm not talking about the actual tight design. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to break this. Like, this feels like it's going to pop right there in the hand. So I don't know if it's just mine, but she ain't feeling all that strong when you try to take that jacket off. I'm going to be straight with you. Be careful, without a doubt. I usually try to pull on the actual wrist region as I'm pulling on the hand. That way, if we do get any pulling, it's going to happen also inside the actual socket region. But once you get that off, once it's been 10 years later, then you guys can kind of see what we're talking about with the tooling. So this is where most of the budget, I would say, probably, and you can see the stress mark too. Look at that. That's the one that was about to snap on me. So I ain't even overhyping, bro. I know sometimes I'm a little bit overly excited, but yeah, be careful. You can see it on the left one too, you guys. So definitely stretch, or not stretch marks, but stress marks right there. You usually get the stretch marks around the abdominal region, not on the actual wrist. But you can see how it's kind of stressed out right there, as we did try to do that, even on the right side. More significant, I would say, on the right side. But yes, here's all the budget on that chest piece, which, again, I love it. I feel like without the jacket, this figure is pretty solid. They did actually just paint on the necklace. It's got a little bit of tooling. Like, you can feel the little bump skis, but that's about it. The representation of her, love it, dude. I feel like this figure, it's going to tap pretty high on the ranking as far as like likeness, and as far as the hair too. Love the hair. It's coming through really, really nice. Massive arms too, like rightfully so, man. Jade is a big lady. Like, she's got some big old arms, and I feel like all these are being brought accordingly within the figure. Also, the torso right there, getting a lot of definition in the abdominal region, you guys. Solid figure. I'm giving this figure a 9.5, probably ranking, surpassing. Oh, and we got a little bit of tooling back there too. So that's pretty nice, you guys. Really like the whole overall detail within the figure. Solid figure. Probably ranking number 1, maybe number 2. I don't know. I feel like this dual set is going to be able to bring that pretty damn good in a nutshell. Brian Pillman right here, we got to do a dually, bro. I feel like if there was a tag team to develop right here in WWE, I mean, as much as the Mysterios, as great as that was, these two right here, like, again, rest in peace to Pillman, bro. But this guy right here, solid, man. Such an iconic legend. We do got quite a bit of accessories. We got 3, 2, action, 1, cut. So you get that little cut right there. You get the cut, right? Because you got to start sometimes. You got to start, you got to redo, and then you got interchanging hands. You got mic open on the figure, or you got solid closed fist right there. Not just for his dad, but also for Lexis King. Lexis King are going to be a little bit tanner, but that's really where the accessories stop right there within the figure. And the belt too. We have seen this WCW tag team belt, and I feel like Austin would have been a nice. I don't have that figure. I only have him in my Attitude Era display, but I feel like having Brian Pillman, this is like a 2 pick-me-up figure kind of deal, right? Apart from having to get another belt, some of you may not have this belt. It's going to be the fact that you can reuse pretty much from the waist down, at least. You can use this for like a Austin, right? Kind of do like the bald Austin. So I definitely want to do that up. We got to definitely do it up because, yeah, we need to add that to the collection. Like the belt, man. Definitely a nice little belt with it. Again, Lexis King, this right here, and we're going to hop back and forth on this one because, again, this is kind of like a dream fantasy for me to actually get this. And I want to pull this scan off so you guys can kind of see, because it kind of takes away, like when you have it on there, it's going to kind of hide right there what you got going on with the actual jacket bit. It kind of almost compresses it. It would have been nice if they would have, I don't know how you would have been able to do that with this style of hair, because this hair, it's definitely, you're working around it without a doubt. And I love this, dude. I feel like this is kind of looking like, what'd you guys say? I don't know if you guys ever ended up, and honestly, for the life of me, I cannot remember this wrestler's name, but it was Ruthless Aggression. Go in the comments, you guys. Please help me out. Ruthless Aggression. He was a pirate. And, bro, this is kind of what I got. Like, when I saw this being debuted, and there was no actual explanation behind the figure, I actually thought it was that pirate dude from Ruthless Aggression. Please help me out, you guys, because for the life of me, honestly, I feel like most people don't even know who he is. He was definitely underrated, but I know that Jax ended up making a figure of that character. You guys got to go in the comments, bro. It's just kind of beating me in the head right now. As far as the torso, I do like the torso choice. This kind of has like that Daniel Bryan, and Lexis King really is not all that big of a dude. So I feel like this torso, it's appropriate. I feel like it fits him accordingly. And this is just a really toyetic figure, you guys. Like, I don't know which one I'm liking more, right? Like, why isn't this going all the way down? There you go. I almost thought I had like that giraffe neck going on, but love the shade, bro. Really bright blonde. It starts fading in inside. And I don't know why he actually has a rubber band. I don't know if it's to hold the bandana. I thought the bandana was like pre-molded, you guys. Check this out. No way, dude. It's got a removable bandana. For the first time ever in action figure history, we are getting a bandana that's removable, that can only be added on through the front. Now, take that back. I think there was one lad, but I believe that was like a red bandana, and I'm pretty sure that actually, even that bandana wrapped all the way around, and it sits flush too, you guys. Like, I'm not having any issues with my bandana coming off. Love the torso. Got some pretty good size arms right there. I would have loved to seen some tooling right here incorporated in the tights, but really nothing I can really take away from the figure, man. Love the deco. Love the design. We got Lexis King with the signature right there on the back. Love the gold, man. I feel like the gold, it's being reflected pretty good. I mean, Mattel usually struggles with bright colors. I mean, it could have been a little bit brighter if you really want me to tell you the truth, but for what we got here and what we're getting, this is pretty solid. The only other thing I would really call it out on is to have this tooled somehow, like at least the front part. Like these would have been really nice to stand out right there on the figure. It does have the new style of ankle articulation, and I don't know if you guys can call this like Johnny Gargano syndrome, because I do feel like the kick pads should be going up a little bit higher. You see how they kind of stop right there? It's like the same Johnny Gargano style of calves right here. So again, it's all on how you look at it, and it is like really nice to see that they actually did paint the back of the knee pads, because I know sometimes those little minor details, they're just kind of missed right there. Feels great. Like the guy has no issues with posing. He is on a pinless, and it is a very tight knee. We do get the calf cut, and we get that new ankle articulation with it. Same torso, nothing new up here. We've seen this reused bit used on probably going almost 275 figures. So a lot of figures that have this torso, and I would say one torso that could maybe see an update right here in 2025. I know it works like for what you're getting, but I feel like if you're dating back to the beginning of Mattel history, and look, this is what the whole channel is all about, man. Historians. You're calling yourself a historian, Hero Figs, and you don't have Flying Brian Pillman on your figgy shelf. Because again, this is a re-release. And to some extent, you guys, look, man, sometimes you got to make some moves. And one day I was like, oh, man, I never got to Austin. What are we going to do? And you just got to do some trade skis. Sometimes trade skis are the way to go about pig ski up skis. And there it is, man. You got the 3 stars on the vest, on the tights, and on the back too, of course. Not 3, just 1 up top, 1 on the bottom. We got Hollywood Flying blondes right there. And then on the actual tights, we got blondes with the star on pinless everywhere, you guys. Pinless on the knees, pinless on, what is this? What is going on? You guys see these calves? I don't know if you guys can kind of see this through camera, but they are tooled for no reason. Like, I don't know if this is like future potential tooling of like knee pad whites behind the blacks, because, and I'm not being racist, by the way. I mean, people do this. They do white strap right around the knee pad, and then they actually put a knee pad over it. So I don't know if this is what they're going for, you guys. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it just doesn't look right. It just looks off, and you would really have to be looking at the figure to see it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Love the star on the boot. Love the whole like lacing of it. Really solid figure. The updates are done well. I do feel like the True FX is something that needed to be brought with Flying Brian. And this torso right here, it works well. Brian Pillman, dude, was pretty cut up, especially in his earlier days. I'm giving this figure, oh my gosh, bro. Like, I'd love to put him in the 9s, but again, once you see it, oh, geez. I'm giving him still an 8.9. Right here, Lexis King, 9.2. Yeah, 9.2 is pretty good. There's a lot of stuff that could have been tooled that wasn't tooled, but still. The right look, man. Ranking number 1, without a doubt, for sure. I still got to give it to this phenomenal man. I'm kidding. It's kind of a battle, bro. And here's the thing, like, when you're kind of battling for number one, I was really excited for this AJ Styles, and I knew the guy didn't have chest hair, and I knew that he had small arms. Like, these are things that I can work with. These are things that I can fix up. So stay tuned, because this AJ needs to be upgraded. Number 2, I gotta give it to you right here to Jade. Number 3, Randy Orton. 4, Brian Pillman. 5, Lexis King. 6, Kevin Owens. Solid banger of a figure. But these other guys, man, they are just bringing some damn heat. Like the shirt, feel like the shirt is probably what's kind of battling between 5th and 6th. But give me your thoughts. Let me know how you guys rank this set. Let me know what figures you guys would love to add to your collection. Again, if you guys do want to pick any of these up, hit the link in the description below. Discount code HERO is going to save you 10% on that RKO.